I don't know if you guys saw, but Cassper Nyovest was on the El Tido podcast interview where he practically said a lot, and he was practically saying that A-Reece isn't an A-list rapper. He argued
can you argue with that?
But why are they arguing anyways?
He argued that while A-Reece has a dedicated fan base, however, he hasn't really achieved mainstream success that Cassper has.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
We'll look at the financial parts of it.
Yeah.
We'll look at the influential parts of it. Like Cassper said, A-Reece has a following, but that following will not go fill up an F&B stadium.
This is all on Twitter, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people were defending me also. They were like, no, he never said he needs any help. He's actually doing great for himself, which is cool. We even mentioned that. But he can do better. He can learn from him. Because let's face it, guys, Cassper is an amazing marketer. A-Reece can take a page out of Cassper Nyovest's book.
Because Cassper did touch on how he is good, but he's not great. Yeah. You know, that's what he was practically trying to touch on in the interview. So I feel like there's always room for improvement when you're doing something. But then it sparks the question that now, is mainstream success the ultimate measure of an artist's worth? Or like, do you now hold more value if you just have like a lot of mainstream success?
The young people, I don't know, for some reason, if it's not a party or a DJ involved in a live performance, they don't want to come. You know why masterclasses and workshops are very important? Because of the information. It's the attitudes of the individual, my brother. Because you did not get help at that one, at the first one or the second one. I put it all on you because you didn't ask the right questions. At the masterclasses, they don't ask questions. Let me make an example. Ron's house has been repossessed. I'm not saying I'm a billionaire, I'm a millionaire, but there are ways that we can open doors for you, for you to make money. And there's no small money in this world.
I did say this last week, and when I said trouble in paradise, meant Elon Musk and Donald Trump, they were fighting. And they tried to put up all this act to say, no, it's cool, Donald Trump handed over the key and everything, but nah, it's not working. So Elon Musk and Donald Trump are going at it in line. I woke up this morning to a lot of tweets. The tweets have been cooking up for the past 3 days, but it seems like the last night ones, they were
because now it's no longer just talking. They saying they're actually gonna do things in terms of like Trump tweeted, okay, I'm gonna, because Elon is like this, and Elon's like, oh, because you said that, I'm actually removing my entire space program from America. How about that?
You should bring it to South Africa.
Once, ne?
Yeah, once. Like, you
and
should just
South
come back
Africans
home,
keep
bro.
saying, listen, we've got, I was about to say, South Africans are like, we got your back. Don't worry, we here.
Yeah, bro, there's land for you here, bro.
We got
the land for you, dog. Like, you can build SpaceX. We got the land, bro. You ain't got to even worry.
Come create jobs. Come here.
Yeah, simple. Yeah. Although, we'll give an exception for the BE thing, but just a little. Yeah. Okay, but we've given it to him already anyways. Yeah. So he should just come. We give him the farm. He builds the SpaceX. We are the first ones to Mars. South Africa.
So how did this start, guys? Is it when it started when Trump was now calling him a whack job, and then now they had to, because I know there's also a bill thing that's going on as well.
It's the bill.
It's
so the bills,
right?
it restricts him to do a lot of things.
Exactly. Okay.
And I did describe it last week actually on the show. I'm not quite sure what it was, but so it started when Trump called Musk a whack job. Hey, Donald also is,
and then Elon was like, I'm going to retaliate.
Donald's got spice, huh?
Oh, no, he does.
Spice.
He has a very sharp tongue.
Really mocking his social media awkwardness and claiming he begged Trump for help back when Tesla was struggling.
Now you're exposing my files. Now you're exposing for what? This happens.
I don't like it when people who helped you come out and say, oh, I helped this person. You can't.
Why are you doing that? And that happens. That's why some people are actually even afraid to ask for help or assistance. And the thing is, when you're running a business, especially $1 million, $1 billion business, at some point you might hit a struggle here and there and you'll need assistance. Why are you now throwing my files out there? No, man.
Yeah, man. But we're going to discuss more of this when we come back, man. Roberto is going to come back with first sports updates. The Bogart Morning Show. Good morning. Right. And here's my facts on that one, on Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So obviously we're discussing the feud between the tweets going back and forth between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So I feel like after President Ramaphosa's meeting, because he told him like, look, all this is fake. I think Elon Musk just wants to use you to get into South Africa, his company to get in South Africa. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Somebody said Ramaphosa went to Limpopo and got that juju magic.
Got the juju magic.
Put it under the carpet.
Yeah, man. Something was smearing there.
Limpopo
in
is
White House.
Limpopo. If you translate it, it's called sci-fi. The word means sci-fi. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So.
Man, that's
can't understand what's happening.
That stereotype is quite something.
So that's what I think, man. Besides it being the bills being passed on, because you can't just pass on the bills right after you have, you know, and it's like, what's going on, you know, that type of thing. So I think that's what it is.
You know, over and above the meeting that the South Africans had with Donald Trump, I think it's I think the matter between Trump and Elon Musk goes as far, because if you remember, I think Elon Musk wanted Starlink to pretty much be the catalyst or to be the main company that runs the White House, and in that regard, there are other companies
which makes sense.
Yeah, you see, there are other companies that Donald Trump has also put in as a businessman that he wants to be part of the White House, and now Elon Musk is thinking how. But now we've got Tesla coming in as far as transport control is transport is concerned. But now Elon Musk went as far as getting involved in NASA. He also wanted to use his satellites to control air traffic as well. So he wanted ground traffic and air traffic. And then Donald Trump is thinking, no, but we have somebody from NASA that can assist us with air traffic. Although your Starlink has a satellites, but we can't have a monopoly. We can't have a monopoly in the government. We are both billionaires, but there are other billionaires that have investments in the government. So we have to find a way. And then Elon Musk threw his toys out the cards. He thought, but I was sidelining with you. I gave you all the money. I supported you, and now here's how you pretty much are treating me.
He's practically saying you won the election because of me.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is how you're treating me, man.
And then he goes on with the low blow, saying that Donald Trump had visited Jeffrey Epstein's island parties quite a few times. He literally went. He went. Secret, like he's totally releasing items like stories that wouldn't make sense. So now you're sitting there and you're thinking, actually, Elon Musk, are you the adult that you said you are? Are you an adult underneath a kid's mask? Because I mean, it's politics. There's certain things that can't be mentioned. I mean, although we do know that a lot of people were involved in the Epstein Island, but I mean, this is the president. This is somebody that the whole country is looking up to. So you want to put him out in blast like that?
Yeah, he wants to put him out. Like I feel like he's coming for blood.
I also feel
especially for his
way.
character like that.
And then my other concern. There are 49 people that went there. What's going to
the Epstein?
Yeah, no, the 49 South Africans that went there.
Oh, those ones.
Yeah.
No,
because remember, Elon Musk was the advocate for those guys to go.
You can't. I don't know.
Sure.
I mean, you can't turn them back. You should promise them. I mean, there was a bill passed on, so they're still cool.
They're still cool.
They're still cool. Yeah. I mean, you can't reverse the bill.
It can't be changed.
It cannot be changed. So they're just gonna, get the same things that they were promised, because it's already a law.
It's already a law there now.
What are
they called again?
They won.
Americanos.
Yeah.
So,
and then just to add on, sorry,
they're already there.
No, I'm just saying that they must be shaking their boots though.
Yeah,
but since it's a bill, then I'm sure they can.
They'll be protected by that.
Yeah, they'll be protected by it.
And I think to add on to that, with regards to Elon Musk, of course, Elon Musk is involved in heavy technology, and part of those technologies, some of those minerals come from African countries, and one of the African countries where cobalt and what's the other one? Cobalt. Not lithium, cobalt, the one that's used to make appliances. What is it, man? It's the
yeah.
Which one is that?
I forgot it. But is that the one they mine in Congo?
Yes,
the main one.
Yes, the main one. So, in that regard, Donald Trump, I'm sure you guys came across this. Donald Trump was to put out a list of 12 countries that were set to be banned from the United States of America in terms of entering the country. Some of these countries,
did he?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Some of these countries include 7 African countries. I'll give you a list quickly. The countries include, of course, Afghanistan. No surprise there. Burma, Chad, and of course the Republic of Congo. So anyone from Congo cannot enter America at the moment. Of course, the Congolese are on that list. Equatorial Guinea,
serious?
Yes, sir. Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, as well as Yemen. So Yemen. So these are pretty much all the. If you look at this country and look at the problems that America was involved in, with or without these countries, it makes sense why Donald Trump has banned them. And if you look at the economies of these countries, I don't see a Congolese person going. No offense, I don't see a general Congolese person going into America now and upgrading or rather improving the American economy. So he's looked at some of the countries and thinking these guys are coming here for seeking refugee status in our country. country. They're not developing the country. So how do we ban them from coming in at the moment? And that's why he put us some of these bans on these countries. But I think Elon Musk was more concerned because he's thinking, but now the cobalts and everything else that I need to run Tesla, that I need to run what Elon Musk is, comes from Congo. So how are you banning this country from coming in? How am I going to get my resources and my minerals?
Exactly.
So I think there's a lot that has to do with this beef, and I think we're just looking at it at the surface level.
There's a lot also. He's under fire with the magnets for his cars. So China is halted as well. They're like, we're no longer giving America or anything like that for the electric vehicles. All the electric vehicles, they've stopped the manufacturing actually, because they're saying that, look, we've got an upper hand and we've got this mineral mostly in our country and it's also made here. So we're just going to stop. So also Elon Musk is under fire that side. He might just come.
That mineral is called coltan. I just got it now.
It's coltan. Yes, it's coltan. So it seems like he's under fire from a lot of areas, because America and China also, they've got their own field. So it's like
I'm surprised Donald Trump didn't ban China.
You can't ban you can't ban China. China runs the world.
They're everywhere. No,
they run the world. All right, what ase we got in the trending news there?
Speaking of beefs and Cassper Nyovest versus A-Reece, guys. I don't know if you guys saw, but Cassper Nyovest was on the El Tito podcast interview, where he practically said a lot, and he was practically saying that A-Reece isn't an A-list rapper. He argued
can you argue with that?
But why are they arguing anyways?
He argued that while A-Reece has a dedicated fan base, however, he hasn't really achieved mainstream success that Cassper has.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm
That's why I'm fighting. That's why I'm also fighting. It's like, there's no argument.
There's no argument.
There's no argument over that.
Our Tito's got a problem saying that he's got A-Reece is an A-list. He's the one.
No, but A-list in what regard? I mean, we look at A-list in terms of financial capability, in terms of we'll look at the financial parts of it.
Yeah.
We'll look at the influential parts of it. Like Cassper said, A-Reece has a following, but that following will not go fill up a F&B stadium.
Yeah, it won't. It's a niche, and those are facts.
They'll fill up maybe Kitchener's Cobram or in somewhere.
Okay. Let's just say
they're not that small.
You see,
the slimes are not that small. No.
Okay, they're not that small. But anyways,
not like that. Maybe Wanderers Stadium. We're taking that one day.
Yeah, man. I did make a tweet out as well, because your boy Nota on Twitter. He likes talking. So he was like, said Cassper went to El Tito to discuss stupid, immature nonsense. Our country is treating it the same. It seems like all he has to offer is beefing with A-Reece. And I'm like, no, this is not beef. Then I replied, but he's not beefing. He was just saying something that A-Reece can actually help him. Real talk. Yeah. Then the A-Reece fans come after me. Now, this is all on Twitter, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people were defending me also. They were like, no, he never said he needs any help. He's actually doing great for himself, which is cool. We even mentioned that. But he can do better. He can learn from him. Because let's face it, guys, Cassper is an amazing marketer.
Yeah.
He markets this thing. He even said, like, look, guys, I even failed in marketing this song, but this song went in another direction I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
And just did A-Reece say anything about needing help? Some people are like, bro, I've been saying, like they've been saying, like, look, he needs to do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also those comparisons are too, like, they're not parallel at all. You can't compare. I mean, maybe you're just taking, like you say, you're just taking a dig at him, but they really can't make a comparison between A-Reece and
no, you can't.
As far as superstardom is concerned. Cassper at the moment, I mean, over and above the Amapiano artist that we currently have, he's pretty much the only superstar we have in the country.
In terms of hip hop.
In terms of hip hop.
Yeah, I say overall. Which like superstar?
Chief, who got Cosmo Puma who doesn't want with pictures? What are you saying?
Maybe Sheba Shita.
I
can put him next to Cassper, but I don't see anyone else coming close to him. Even like the Mapiano.
You know what? Speaking about this, and then Nota just replied me on Twitter as well. He's saying he can't help A-Reece. He's just buried himself. Like, bro, why would you even tweet? I think he's listening to the show. I don't know, man. Listen, look, but it's something A-Reece can take a page out of Cassper Nyovest's book.
They agree, because Cassper did touch on how he is good, but he's not great. You know, that's what he was practically trying to touch on in the interview. So I feel like there's always room for improvement when you're doing something, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
As a brand, even, you know?
But you know, the other funny thing is you come across so many A-Reece fans and you realize, actually, this kid has a lot of fans, but they're never in a crowd. It's always individuals. Like if you
No, they've got a crowd. It's a crowd. It's there, but it's just the crowd that he has is not. I personally think it's not the buying crowd. And you know the system has changed, like especially in the industry.
When you say not the buying crowd, those are the 2BD
the
guys,
venues. They need
tracks on 2BD.
because when the venues book an artist, they want to push their products.
Sure.
And their products is the bottles. Let's be honest. Let's all be honest. You know, and the promoters also wants to get paid, and you bring A-Reece, you bring the kids. Sure. That don't have the.
They're not buying Biliato bottles out.
Yes, they're not buying them. Why you gotta call Biliato? Yeah. Okay, they're not buying Biliato bottles, but you check. So it's a problem. So when they book him, they have to put another. You have to put him under another artist, which they call an A-lister as well. So he does great as an A-lister under other A-lister. Unlike Cassper Nyovest. Cassper Nyovest, you book him, you know it's up. He charges nicely.
He does great overall.
Exactly, you know. So it is what it is. It can be that. I don't know. It can be that, you know, sometimes. But yeah, it is what it is, man. And yeah.
But then it sparks the question that now, is mainstream success the ultimate measure of an artist's worth? Or like, do you now hold more value if you just have like a lot of mainstream success?
No. We're talking business here.
Yeah.
Period.
Nah.
Yeah. There's difference between business and talent. And even Cassper
Nyovest
say the same thing. Say he's a great rapper. He's got fans.
Yes.
And he's just a phenomenon as an artist. But business-wise, we're talking about business.
Yeah.
Money. Difference, money. And also influence.
Fair.
Yeah. Let's be clear, yeah. That's what it is. We're not talking down A-Reece or anything like that. It's not. It's like
So he's still an A-list rapper. It's just that now, just comparing the overall business aspects.
Okay. Cassper Nyovest was trying to say A-listers because now you can't. When we say he's also an A-lister, if you put that tag A-list, that means we're putting him next to Black Coffee. We're putting him next to Cassper, to Maporisa. We're putting him next to Kabza the Small. We're putting him like. Come on, like guys. Those so what we consider A-list. You just said right now he's the only A-lister superstar we got. You see, even A-Reece was to come stand here, probably I wouldn't even recognize him.
Yes, son.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not.
You say what?
I don't know. I'm just saying that I've never watched his videos. I don't know how. I just probably seen 1 or 2 videos where they say, but I've never met him in real life. So if he comes here, he's not a familiar face.
So what you're saying is you could put A-Reece,
he's not a household.
You put A-Reece and Mini together and you would identify Mini as
A-Reece.
I'll
identify Mini as A-Reece. Shout out to Mini.
Shout out to
no
Mini.
No offense, bro, if you're not an A-Reece fan. No, but he's an A-Reece fan.
Yes, yeah.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. Aren't they twins? Oh, man. Guys, we got an A-Reece in the company who works here, guys. It looks exactly.
He might just take over.
The reason why you don't see him because he's the guy behind the camera. That's why you don't see him.
What is A-lister?
What is A-lister? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mini, you're an A-lister if you listen to this from my brother.
Actually, before we go into the trending news, I want to ask you guys a side question. Love languages. Do you think love languages only apply in relationships, or can they apply in bromances and sisterhoods?
Yeah, everywhere.
So
it's love,
friendship.
Love.
So what type of love languages do you have with your bros, for instance? Because we have this narrative where love languages are only for couples.
No, they shouldn't only be for couples. You have a point there. Yeah.
Wait. Okay, first of all, when you say love languages, bros, you can't just
don't look at the word love and just think. Don't look at the word love and think relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, as bros, there's a lot, bro. Like, you know, like
quality time. You guys love going to the car.
Yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying. We can go to the bar.
Going to the bar with the
boys. We have a beer together.
Having a beer with the boys.
So
there's quality time there.
Well, you don't call it quality time. So obviously, gifting as well.
Gifting as well.
That would be
like, you know, and words of affirmation. I'm sure you guys also like, even as a sisters, like, you're the dog. You look so good. Okay, you guys don't say.
I've got a best friend that I have.
Do you guys compliment each other? Sorry.
Now we do sometimes.
No, of course. I'm like, yo, dude, that looks dope. That looks dope.
Okay, cool.
But not like, oh, you're looking so. Not the way you guys.
The way we do it, like, girl, you eating, you look amazing. Okay,
there's difference.
I see. But words of affirmation, yeah.
You know, there's something that we actually do. Me and my best friend. He lives in another country, but it's been a best friend for over 20 years. So what we do on each other's birthday since we were kids, we would like give each other money on the day, like since your birthday. So it began as R5 because we, when kids were broke, we were like, you know what, I was broke, so you know what, on my birthday I'm gonna give you R5.
Nice.
So that the next one you give me R5, so that
it's like a birthday stock fair.
Yeah. You
but
know
not
what
like
I mean?
that.
Yeah.
But
So it's this reason over the years, and now it become R100. Now it's R500. Now it's like 1,000. Yeah. So that on the day, even if nobody wishes us happy birthday,
at least you got your
something.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't know if that's like a love, bro. Love.
No, definitely.
It is.
So wherever we are in the world, we're like, yo, bro, it's birthday time.
It's that time.
We don't even know, like, oh shit, it's your birthday. So here's.
Right?
You deliver it.
I think maybe what could be lacking in friendship, and you guys will correct me, I stand to be corrected, is acts of service. And I say this because acts of service is fine. You have friends asking you for favors, and then you'll do that favor. But like acts of service are, especially in the area we're in with a lot going on, it's like taking care of your kid, like asking me that, hey, please babysit for me, like I have something to do for the next 2 hours, those type of acts of service. I think that's where maybe in the friendship there is a little bit of a lack, because I feel like with the spoiling and the gifting, that comes easy, with the quality time that comes easy, with words of affirmation, you're doing good, well done, congratulations, that comes easy. I think acts of service is where it does get a little bit tricky, because I don't want to say where do you draw the line, but those favors. Next thing is, hey Ronnie, can you borrow me 10,000?
Yes. Imagine now you're stuck in the middle of Pretoria, and your friend lives in the south of Joburg, and you're stuck there, and he's the only person that can come save you.
See,
so that
acts of service. You see, so I feel like, man, let's really try there, because it's being reliable and showing up where you can. I feel like that makes you feel really loved, guys. Acts of service make you feel seen.
I think it's a thing. I think it's really a thing, but it's just that we don't call it that.
Please also don't message me and say I need a favor. Because I won't respond.
The first thing we think of is money. Once you say I need a favor,
Rob, I need a favor.
Money.
First of all, you're wasting, like I always say this, bro, if you guys just get straight to, there's media of communication. You know what I mean? There's like over 100.
Yeah.
If you're going to communicate, just get straight to the point. Because I go straight to the point. Don't say hi.
Yeah.
Expect me to reply you.
Yeah.
Especially on a number that I don't know. It's like,
I get it.
Are you calling me?
First of all, who are you?
What's going on now?
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense. So if you say need a favor, write down what the favor is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't waste my time. Now I have to think about what favor it is. Now I have to ask you, like, sure, bro. Like,
No, I agree. Go straight to the point.
You know what I mean? There's no time for that. You know what I mean? I've already cut out TikTok in my life because of wasting time. Now you want to come with some other guys, come on. Look, A-Reece is a phenomenal rapper, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Nah, he's hard.
He's stunning.
I've listened to his raps like several times, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's deep. It's just that I'm not a A-Reece kind of guy. I'm not like a deep hip hop kind of like. Okay, I am, but just not for A-Reece. But because they're fans, and these people that are not fans. But he's an incredible one, man. He's incredible. All I'm saying is just that, if he's wise, instead of like going against, you'll probably give Cassper a call like, yo, bro, hey, I heard what you said. How can I be an E-lister like this? Because clearly something is missing. That's what I would do, personally. Rather than not going on Twitter now, releasing a beef track. Now
so you wouldn't take offense to something like that? You would literally be like, okay, cool. Let me call you and let me hear what wisdom you can give me. And
because clearly I'm missing something. You know what I mean? If he can say it, and then clearly I'm missing something. You know what I mean? Even him, Cassper Nyovest, was like, you know what? I'm a big fan of Tyler. I'm taking a page out of book. She's doing things that we want to do.
Yeah.
But A-Reece, if he's gonna go and say, no, I'm not gonna
a different way.
Because I haven't filled up the dome, so I'm not gonna say I want to fill up a dome because I'm gonna look like I'm gonna reduce my brand or what. No, you're not reducing your brand. I'm gonna say, dude, how do I fill up that thing? Show me how to do it.
Sure.
Because Cassper's done it over and over, Although it was, it's fine, but it's fine. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying, eh? And speaking of reducing, I don't know if you guys saw, but DDG is practically trying to reduce Hailey to come across as an unfit mother. Hailey did do a restraining order against him because it was alleged that there was DBV there. What is it? GBV, violence and so on, and the restraining order was granted for her.
Okay.
And then DDG came on, and he also gave a counter restraining order, and against Hailey, but it's been denied.
So they're saying Hailey was beating him up.
practically not necessarily beating him up, but like just showing acts of violence. You know, there's like a footage where she had a knife, and then there's.
Has this girl, has she been, after that mermaid movie, has she been submerged? Like, is her brain full of water?
How? Don't say that.
No, I'm not.
She needs to come here. We
Like,
can
if
help
you
her.
look at her, like,
She needs to come to South Africa.
Ronnie,
We can
if you
help
look at
her
this
with the
lady
mountains.
and if you look at the person she's beefing, I mean, why? How do you? You're such an angelic person. You're such a soft person.
Yeah, she doesn't
How did
look
you end
like
up
she
in that
does that.
situation? Now, like, yo,
Yeah, and it's
Little Mermaid. Why?
yeah, it's really not nice because he is weaponizing a lot against her. Certain text messages and things have been just making the social media rounds on just certain things that she said in confidence, guys. You know, if I'm gonna tell you that, you know, I'm not okay, and I'm gonna tell you that, you know, I want to kill myself or I want to unalive myself, and then you just like put that out there to the public.
Gosh.
That is just wrong.
What
That
does
is very-
DDG? Is he a musician? DDG.
He's a streamer. Yeah, if I'm correct.
That's why he was on
DDG
Kai
is a
Senate. He also went on
streamer,
Kai Senate and he put out some comments there as well. And knowing the numbers that Kai Senate has, possibly tarnished
what happened.
Bailey's name even more.
Even more. He's a
Oh
streamer.
man, Kai.
Poor
also.
Hailey, man. And Halo, and I mean the baby.
No, I'm
like,
pretty sure they're gonna
this
sort it out,
toxicity.
man. But she doesn't look like what people say she is.
No.
I wouldn't know. Maybe she's really like that, but you know, she just looks like a very soft-hearted person, even when she speaks. But anyways,
Yeah.
you never know people, you know.
Under the sea.
I don't know. Listen, if she's listening right now, we're offering. We got mountains there where we can take and help her. But anyways,
Oh man.
we're just offering. Yeah? We're just offering. That's all we can do.
I still-
Speaking about Kai has got a streaming university or something
Is
like
it?
that.
Huh?
I don't. Yeah, it's got
It's
a
not a
streaming
university?
No.
Yeah,
For
it's
real?
Not like it's not like a university, but you go there to learn how to
like a-
stream and do all those things. You
That's
know?
pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. Maybe it's not my thing, but why would I?
Now, streaming is quite big in
Yeah,
the
it's
States.
very
I
big
think
in the
Europe,
States. And
it's very
people,
big.
you know,
Yeah.
South Africans also trying, or people in Africa also trying to just enter that market even more.
Speaking about streaming, we stream live on Twitch every day, so just to let the people know if you want to see us. And also, yeah, we're gonna be live also on our Bogart Radio app. You can also check that out.
There's quite a few people listening right now. I know him Lakes asked us sent out a shout out. Shout out to him as well for listening. Yeah, he's the king on the decks, and everybody else that's listening as well. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in this morning.
Ah, perfect, man. It says, yo, what's up, my good people? Love you guys. This is the lovely DJ Lakes enjoying the morning show on Bogart Radio app. Oh, shout out. I'm gonna give him a heart on this one here. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in right now, man. It is the Bogart Morning Show, and yeah, it's been incredible. When we come back, we're gonna head over to sports, and we got some money in the building. He's definitely gonna shut it down and tell us, you know, some things like some facts of putting us on, especially in this entertainment industry that we're in. You know, whether people should go to the streaming services or the streaming YouTube universities or whatever it is, you know, because it's getting kind of tricky nowadays,
Yeah,
you
it
know.
is.
I don't know how to make money off this, and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I hope he's got all the answers, but if he doesn't, we want to figure it out. The bag.
The
yeah.
bag.
Oh, it's
Well, like
literally like
still in the
that.
bag, like-
no, I know. It's like,
Yeah, like a sack.
like
if I had
what do
to
you
try
call
and translate it.
the colored ones? Those ones that
Ghana must go.
no the
Yeah, it's
Changani
Ghana-
bag.
it's Ghana must go.
The Ghana must.
They call it Ghana must go.
I actually have those guys.
That's what they're saying,
There's actually a
right?
historical background for that. Why,
I
there's a
have
reason why it's
those.
called Ghana must go. Because the Ghanaians, when they were in Nigeria, when Nigerians tried to kick them out of Nigeria,
Yeah.
they used those bags. So when they were moving out of Nigeria back to Ghana, they had the Ghana must go bags. That's where the term Ghana must go comes from.
We
I
call
guess.
them Okonzekaya, so
Yeah.
go like
Yeah.
go
Like
go,
go
and
home.
go greet at home.
Sure.
Yes.
I don't know, like go home.
Because
Yeah.
you need those sacks.
Hey, those bags have.
Those
still
bags are
have
the ones. I have two of those. I
Real?
love them. Yeah.
Where did you get them from?
I bought one, and then the other one my mom gave it to me. So I love them, guys.
Where do you buy them? Because people just have them.
CBD.
CBD, no?
Go there,
CBD,
you
some of the China market shops I've seen, and there's cute ones now, like small ones.
For real?
Yeah, they make designer things.
smaller ones now. Where
Didn't Gucci
I
make
love
something
them.
along those lines?
They did, and I was like,
A
what?
Ghana must go bag from Gucci.
Yeah.
I'm not
Chief.
sure if it was Gucci, but I think you're right.
Somewhere,
yeah.
one of those
somewhere
big
there between the
brands that
big
did that.
brands.
Oh
that
wait,
did
there's these
that.
other ones that come out. What is that? What's that brand, man? It's like it's got orange, blue. I'm sure you've seen those brands, man. It's quite popular.
Isa.
It's a handbag, woman handbag. It's
Not
got like
an
this color.
LV?
It's got like it's an LV. It's got.
So I guess Isaga has got everything. Isaga for Amazamba. in there, but it's fine. All right. how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Co-founder and the CEO of the AfriMasterclass. How you doing, Mr. Damani?
How are you, team? How are you guys? I'm
fantastic.
doing very well. I'm blessed. God is good.
That's
My
great.
life.
That's great.
So
Great news, man.
Very good.
Okay, cool. You know, people, billionaires, they will say, only ones will say that's
God
such
is good.
things.
I'm good. Love it.
Yeah, you know, life is
It's
good.
amazing.
I mean, what else can they do? You know, that's what the wealth is for. But anyways, I'm glad you're great, my brother. Welcome back to the masterclass. In fact, welcome back to the morning show, eh?
Hey, it's been a while, eh?
It's been a while since you came back here.
I won't say who's not been inviting me, but hey, you know, when people are moving up in the world, you know, just to take a quick left for 30 seconds. Coming here, I was praying, you know, and God said to me, you need to give gratitude and flowers to people while they're still alive. You know, my brother, many people don't know, you were the first person I talked to about the masterclass. And when I said jump on, you didn't even hesitate.
No, we're there.
There are doors that you opened not knowingly. By posting, by retweeting, by tagging me, by inviting me to the morning show. I just want to say thank you, my brother. And I just hope God blesses you with riches, Porsche GT3 RS 2025 model.
Those are the riches that we need over there.
Like house in Camps Bay and great health, my brother. I'm so thankful for
And it's
to
not
have
just
in my
me,
life.
the whole
my
team
brother.
is also.
No,
is
I know.
also behind you,
I'm
know?
just isolating because you're the first one I called, and then you introduced me to the team. But thank you so much, man. You know,
You're
God
welcome,
must
man.
bless you
Thank
abundantly,
you,
Ron, man.
You hear that, guys? We're getting Porsche.
Yeah.
Porsche GTIs.
Oh, lovely.
GT3, not GTI.
Okay. Yes, yeah, man, and obviously we're gathered here for a very significant another episode of the masterclass, and this one here is a different one.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about it.
This one is very different because now we are getting into the crux of the business of sports, arts, culture, and tourism on this one. So we put, on our master classes, we bring executives, we bring decision makers. Not to say anybody else not important, but we bring the panels are mostly executives. Like on this one, like I was so happy I got a call from a brother I hadn't seen in such a long time, Mr. Matoma Matibane, the CEO of MICC.
Okay.
And he said to me, I see this poster flying around, and why are we not involved? Because we work with young people. We do learnerships, we do internships, you know. For those learners who can't afford those formal education of universities, we are here to assist. How can I jump on, you know? So with this one, it's very different in that we are getting into the crux of the business now, the monetization part.
You know what's actually mind-boggling or puzzling me is that you know, there's a lot of these platforms, or can I say platforms, and then they're there to help the young people, but the young people are nowhere to be found. And you can, it's actually, they're struggling to help other people. I don't know whether it's in the finding them, or maybe the ones they're finding is not, I don't know where the connector is not there. And I believe maybe such platforms like the masterclass can help. And how does that work now?
Yo, that's a very difficult question to answer, because that's what we are struggling with year after year. To say, here is a free platform, a Pan-African platform. It gives you education, you network with these people, you do the links, we introduce you to funding opportunities, we introduce you to the organizations that you can't reach by yourself. But the young people, I don't know, for some reason, if it's not a party or a DJ involved in a live performance, they don't want to come. Because at every masterclass, I kid you not, after the masterclass, maybe a day or two later, a kid will call me or DM me asking me what was happening in the masterclass.
Instead of attending.
Do you guys stream the masterclass? Are you going to stream it this time?
Yes, no, we're streaming this time. We are sponsored by Ronnie.
All right. Shout out Ronnie. Shout out Ronnie.
Ronnie is sponsoring us.
Ronnie, you know.
With the yeah, no, we are streaming it this time. We are privileged to be sponsored by Black Pride Media, owned by Mr. Kelvin Matibeli, who owns a security company. So he saw the vision and he said, "Listen, man, you know, I've seen it in Africa when you went into Africa. So let's just stream it this time on all platforms and let's see what happens?
Which country did you go to? Was it Kenya?
We went to Zambia and we went to Ghana, Accra. Shout out to Trick
yes. Oh, shout out. How was it there? And how's the economy there in terms of like the industry and also the youth that are there as well?
Yeah.
In the industry.
Is there a difference actually?
Yes.
Between
not to downplay our youth and our country, but there we had over 1,000 people.
Nice.
When the masterclass was going on, because we had partnered with an entity called the African Music Business Dialogue. When it was carrying on, there were people literally around the corner waiting to come in.
Sure. What do you think that is so?
I think the African continent, I've traveled it a bit, they are more hungry to get out of that situation of Africa. Because South Africa, we are maybe 5 steps ahead in terms of technology, infrastructure, and information sharing platforms like the AfriMasterclass, So when they see you, and something I didn't realize is that when we go to these African countries, we're actually internationals.
Oh, okay.
No, of course, of course.
I didn't realize that,
because you cross the border.
I'm
Pan-African. If you're
visiting,
you're international.
So they see it as an international platform coming into their country to come and empower their youth. And with them,
it's crazy.
In terms of support, it's a no-brainer, You write one email to say, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You get an email a day or two later to say, how can we support?
They're more eager.
That's
I would
crazy.
like to know, for those who don't know, what is the AfriMasterclass?
I love this question. AfriMasterclass is a free educational empowerment platform, It's designed for African creatives, entrepreneurs, and professionals in the arts and the media space. But what sets us apart is the holistic and practical approach.
Okay.
Delivering the real world knowledge with industry leaders, which you can touch and ask questions, network with, because everybody who's going to be there, we've asked them to say, block out your day. The youth want to talk to you. The youth are eager to come and suck knowledge from you. That's why even this year we've shortened the panel, and the Q&A time and the networking time is a bit longer.
Nice. So there's more engagement.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I just want to go back to the difference between those countries and the youth in those countries and just artists in general. And who entertainment business wise. I feel like when you go there, they give you a much more responsive reaction. It's not. I don't think maybe it's because of the technology we have here or whatever. I think it's because of the platform, Johannesburg, to be specific, because everybody flees from wherever they come to come to Johannesburg. And I feel like there, when you go there, they're gonna treat you with what can I say? It's not with the utmost
reverence, a sense of respect, and
something like that, because like you're coming from here, but I don't think it's because I think like the youth here, they don't get that because it's overwhelming. You already have it, because some people are hungry here, but those hungry people, you can tell they just don't have knowledge of it, and they don't even know where to get the knowledge first of all, and those guys are even further, and it's like now we are even further. The ones that are here are struggling to get the knowledge and the know-how to get to get into the business, and those guys are like, oh guys, come on, because up there I believe the technology is also there. There's also internet. It might not be 5G like how it's established here, but it's actually way better because I hear Elon Musk is already there, you know what I mean, and that internet is faster. So we don't he's already there.
Let's set up.
He hasn't entered in here. He was still fighting Vodacom, but it's a story for another day. But it's actually incredible what you're doing, man. And the nitty-gritties, I feel like it also needs to go to this platform to invest more, because I always hear they're doing these workshops, they're doing this. It really doesn't help. The guys, they show up there. I mean, you are expecting someone to show up to grasp the knowledge.
Yes.
But this person has no clue. I had a lady from ICASA in another show called the Prepcast, specifically dealing with that. I think we should also have a chat with him. It's Mr. Salvin. He helps people in the entertainment industry and the entertainment business. But he wasn't. That lady said the artists that come there, they don't even bring the music to network with. I'm like, but there's a gap. There's a
gap somewhere.
There's a gap here that we need to fill in. That last time you had the workshop, they didn't bring the music, they didn't do this. So what are you doing to overcome such things? And I want to know what the masterclass is also doing, because last time we had the masterclass, people showed up, but also we need to see whether we reached our goal.
Yeah.
So what is the masterclass doing to change things? What's the difference this time? Besides streaming is a very good way, to be honest with you. It's a very good one.
With the last one, it was a huge success. We might not publicize it because of privacy of some people, underprivileged people, but it was a huge success. I just have 3 that just came to the top of my mind. There's a guy who lives in Nongoma who took a bus to come to our masterclass last year. He now has his own film viewing company. So what he does is he gathers filmmakers from his neighborhood or farm or region, and then he talks to the municipality, books out a hall, and they view the films there.
That's impressive.
That's the first one.
That's impressive.
The second one opened up a record label, and that record label now has collaborated with the Afrotainment and the big names of Amapiano from that masterclass. The other one is a young boy. He does t-shirts now. He flew from Durban to come and listen. He does apparel. It's called Kavik Len. You can check it online. He had a clothing line, but he did not have the know-how how to market, how to get funding, how to access customers, So those are the 3 that are on top of my head. But coming back to your question, how this one is different. The streaming part is very important for me. With this one, we also have requested companies to come and not exhibit, but to have a space where there's a person dedicated to individuals, to creatives, to small businesses, to say, okay, I'm from Brand South Africa, making an example. I'm from Brand South Africa. Brand South Africa does A, B, C, D. We have this fund for the creative sector. We have Play Your Part when you are going overseas.
I like that. I like that actually. Yeah.
When you're going overseas as a Play Your Part ambassador, this is how we can support you. We also have Proudly South Africa CEO coming along to say, okay, we also have a minimal fund, but what we have is connections all over the world. If you are flying the South African flag high all over the world, this is how we can.
I actually wanted to ask that. Can't we get the CEO of Brand SA in here, because I got a lot of questions for him.
Can call him now.
Yeah, we need to call him now. We need to call him because he needs to come here. He's a new guy. I think
he's 2 or 3 years in now.
Yeah, 2 or 3 years in. Yeah, but
very innovative.
He's been doing a lot of his great work in terms of putting the brands for South Africa on as well. Yeah, but he needs to come here and share some information.
No, we can.
Literally.
Let's check if we can call him.
Yeah, please give him a call. Give him a call. We need to set that meeting next week. I don't know, Perez, in fact, she's gonna make time. She's gonna make time.
No, she needs to make time.
She's gonna make time.
Time will be made.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because he's a very important gentleman.
Yes.
He needs to come on and give this knowledge, which is actually quite good. But you're calling? Is ringing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's hear him.
Let's hope he answers. Yeah.
And this man is always in meetings.
Always busy.
It's in the mornings. The mornings, that's where the meetings are. He's not gonna pick up now.
Okay.
But it's fine. No, we understand. We understand, because he's holding the whole the brand of.
Okay, he's just sent a message. I'll call you back now. I'm in a meeting.
Okay, cool. But please let him know that we'll have to have him on the show.
No, for sure.
Going back to the measure of success, at least you've got a bit of measurement, and you can prove and show others.
The success stories.
Yes.
That look, it went this way. This person came here, he saw bad, and this is what came out. And it's actually, especially the guy who flew all the way from
Durban.
From Durban. Now he's got. I like that he communicated the municipality. He didn't know all those things are available. Because most artists, they don't know. So the creativity, they just know how to create the music, and then that's it. And they don't know that, I can hire, I can be given a stadium for free. I can do this, I can do that. Like if you're from Vosloo, you can be given a stadium for free to do something, to showcase your things. And I think the sports and arts culture, they've got a funding for that, to help these artists, but they don't know.
You don't know.
And also regionally, sorry to cut you, and regionally they have film commissions, like how in Gauteng we have, he's texting, okay.
Tell him you're live on air on the Bogart Morning Show. He needs to come on board.
So with every region or every province, there's a Gauteng Film Commission, there's a KZN Film Commission, there's a Mpumalanga Film Commission.
What do they do?
So what do? Is they support upcoming actors, filmmakers, directors, riggers. So they give you. They also have funding open right now for filmmakers, because they also provide equipment.
How about that?
Sure.
You know, and people don't know. That's why we also invited them on this one to say, people don't know. Like filmmakers struggle. They use their phones,
That's
and
true.
don't wipe the back camera, but they don't know that their film commissions have those funds to say, what do you need? You need lights. What do you need? You need earphones. You need
because we're here just with another actor. We're talking about the business, and they're struggling.
Yeah.
But all these things are there, and and there's a trend right now of actors who have been struggling, and now we have to open a GoFundMe and all that. But there's facilities that they can do all these. They can be pioneers. They are pioneers in the game, but they are not pioneering. I don't know if it makes sense.
No, you're clear.
And they've been in the game. They're supposed to tell the young ladies to say.
Yes. And with that one, not bashing anyone, like they make me angry. People like that, bro. Like they die broke. They come from Oscar. They come from this Hollywood, and they come home and that makes me angry, because when you are at that level, you have a brand. You can do research, do brand collaborations.
Yes.
Pass
it down. You come to platforms like Bogart Radio, get your name out there, be active. I'm not saying they're not active, but I feel like there are legends who have passed, and when you at the funeral and they are reading their credits, and you're like,
you'll
be amazed.
How did this person
You'll be amazed. But I feel like you should invite those guys to the masterclass
as well. Yeah.
I think that's where the leakage is. I don't know, because instead of inviting the young people,
I
they're
agree.
probably
There's a lot of financial literacy that can also be given.
Do they think they will come?
Okay.
That's the big question, Ron.
Or they want to feel. Why aren't they coming?
To be honest with you, I felt like giving this thing up this year. Like I felt like just closing this thing, and
I feel like attacking you to say it's your responsibility, because you know all these gaps, and it's your responsibility to connect these people.
Yes, but why I felt like closing and just leaving this thing and just living my life with my other businesses and doing what I do best is because a person knows me personally, and they know about the AfriMasterclass. And the next thing you hear, let me make an example. Ron's house has been repossessed. I'm not saying I'm a billionaire, I'm a millionaire, but there are ways that we can open doors for you, for you to make money. And there's no small money in this world.
That's true.
Without 1 cent, you cannot be a millionaire.
Money is a byproduct, anyways. Money is a byproduct for everything. But
speaking of giving up, I want to know what inspired you to start this.
I saw a gap where talent was not being recognized, and talent not having knowledge about their craft and their brand. So I sat with Ubab Kaifa Simenya in a session with Alexis Fago at Universal Music a couple of years ago, and he asked me a question about publishing and synchronization deals, and I answered him, and he asked me a question. He said, the answer you just gave me, how many people know what you know? And I said a lot. He said, no,
it can't be. It's all in your head. You think that somebody else knows it.
That's true.
We take it for granted that Ron knows about streaming, he knows about live radio, So after he said that, the next day when I met him, he said, what have you done about what we talked about yesterday?
Exactly.
So then I was like, okay, let me start something. So I started WhatsApp groups. People were not responding. I said, anybody have questions on APC? People are not responding.
I feel like they don't respond because when they see a masterclass, they just see another workshop that they've been to,
it's like
and they were not helped last time.
You know why? You know why masterclasses and workshops are very important? Because of the information. It's the attitudes of the individual, my brother. Because you did not get help at that one, at the first one or the second one. I put it all on you because you didn't ask the right questions. At the masterclasses, they don't ask questions.
I was about to ask that because I was at one last week and we were there for over 3 to 4 hours and only 3 people asked questions. So how do you guys also try and like let everyone just relax and speak and engage? Because what's the point of them just being there and not even engaging with the panel?
So we have an email line also to say, okay, here's an email line on the screen that's going on. We are working on a WhatsApp number, excuse me, a WhatsApp number now to say, ask questions, put questions there. And then we have somebody there live with a laptop saying, okay, smart. Reading the email.
Yeah.
Okay, hi. Ron, they're asking about apparel. How do I get from China, whatever, you know?
So
the fees.
So basically, we need to invest in the technology to get to these people. That's what I'm picking up here.
Yes, we need to, but also, man,
people must also stop being shy.
Yes.
Because you're at a masterclass, you're there to learn. I think people don't want to come across as I don't know, and you don't know at that moment. You don't.
And Ron knows my personality. Me, I ask. Even if I know, I ask, because there might be somebody in the room who's shy to ask something. So I ask. And some of them laugh and they're like, that's a stupid question. No way you didn't know that. And I'm like, no, I didn't know.
That's where the money is.
You know, like, hey, that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn. So I urge people to please. There'll be the email there. There'll be somebody reading the questions live. If you are shy, please ask questions, because also our panelists feel like they're wasting their time sometimes to say, I took my day off and I'm here and nobody's asking the relevant questions, and they are afraid to ask the hard questions.
I mean, it's also difficult. Like, you need to make it easy, but not everybody is a journalist, like who's got the courage of a journalist to ask those questions. Remember, these people are just a kid from the Kasi. He has made tons of beats, and
I'm from a kid from the Kasi.
Yeah, but not everyone has got that courage.
I'm the shyest person I know.
Yeah, so I really think we need to do something, maybe suggestion box on the day or something. Maybe gather up questions from I don't know, but whatever it is, we're gonna meet up with our masterclass. But anyways, I wish I could have speak on the board, but
you are speaking. What do you mean?
Yeah, because at least we found a solution here today. We said, let's stream, let's do that. Whatever was listening, let's see how it's gonna come out.
Are you coming to the masterclass?
I'll be there.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Be on time.
I'll be on time. But okay, we're running out of time. Give the necessary information, where they can find the information for the masterclass and how they can attend, etc.
Okay. Very easy. You just RSVP at info@afrimaster.co.za. info@afrimaster.co.za. If you have a problem with the email, you can call the office at 011-568 6634 011-568-6634, and on all social platforms we are AfriMasterclass.
All social media platform. And where's the WhatsApp line now?
I had a WhatsApp line, but people were talking
other things. Okay.
Hey, the ladies there talking other things. So now we need one that's away from my personal number, because I had put my personal number there, because I wanted that one-on-one interaction. But it came to a point where I was like, no, I was overwhelmed with
messages now.
Also.
Hey, are you married? What?
But it's fine, you're hot.
When is the next one?
26 June 2025 at the Constitutional Hill.
Lovely.
Back at the Constitution. Okay.
We're back.
Lovely. Oh no, we're gonna be there.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna be there.
This is recorded.
I'm gonna ask the questions on behalf of the other ones, because I got questions for them for the panel exam. I don't want to be on the panel. I want to be the other guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also
ask the question.
Even this one, I'm not on the panel. I'm in the audience, because I also want to know why some of the institutions, with all the money they have, they are not supporting the youth.
Just make sure you got the mic ready, okay? Just make sure you got the mic ready for me.
You providing the mics for me, so the mics are already ready.
All right, thank you for coming through, my brother.
Thank you so much, guys. God bless you.